Down low too slowed you? Oh, you're not online. Another thing is, like, how do I make the cards bigger? Like, this moves the cards, but it doesn't make them bigger. Can you tell me that? So last time I played Vintage Cube, I really liked forcing White Weenie, honestly. I don't know if this is quite good enough for first pick. Like, Gideon's probably better for that deck. If we're not forcing White... I mean, Figure Destiny's just fine, too. If we're not forcing White Weenie... What are we doing? Emrakul's pretty good. Top right icon. This one? Yeah, that doesn't make him bigger either. Whatever. I'm gonna take the Gideon and try to wheel one of these white creatures. Emrakul is also a pretty reasonable pick there. Go left of that. This one? Booster size. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate it. And how do I get this to go away? That was one thing I had my sideboard on the other... Yeah, like, I don't know how to get this window to go away now. Gideon sucks? I disagree. I like White Weenie. How do I get this to go away? Lyle, can you tell me how to get this bar to go away? I guess it doesn't really matter, but I don't like it. Click the red icon again. Yeah, I'm clicking it over and over and over. It's not doing anything. All it's doing is moving these. And now it goes away? Oh my god, that's so frustrating. I hate this program. I really hate it. I could take sword here. Like, the sword's just fine. But I'm taking Tangleware. So what decks do you like to draft in this format, Lyle? Or Cody, for example. You like to play this format too? What do you like to play? I like to force White Weenie. or red deck wins. You liked the sword there? The sword was good. For sure. I like going for the Tango Wire Winter Orb stuff though too. It can be pretty good against most of the decks trying to, you know, cast 5-drops and stuff. I'm not really big on this card, the Silver Blade here. But I don't think this is super playable either. Black-green ramp stuff. Ramp stuff's fun. The twin decks, you like the... Oh, and then control. Yeah, blue-white control is another really good deck for sure that I've played in past. I tend to veer away from the combo stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's always so awful when it doesn't go right. Whereas red deck wins and white weenies are often powerful when you force them. I don't know. That's been my experience anyway. I'm not splashing green for anything. Like, what am I splashing for green? Like, I'd rather take this or this, I think. What do you splash in the white weenie deck for green? Like, Sylvan Library, maybe? I can't really think of anything. I don't know if Lyle is drafting right now. Mutavolt's good too, but... Yeah, there are a lot of really powerful combo cards. Yeah, I can't think of a green card to splash for, Lyle. That's why I didn't want to take it. Mentor's fine. O-Ring's fine. Like, Mentor's better in blue-white control, I think, than white weenie, but it can be pretty good in white weenie. I think I like the first Geddon. There are 2 Geddons in this format, last time I checked. The first Geddon over Recruiter. Recruiter's fine, though. You can find a lot of really cool cards, like Stoneforge and Monastery Mentor, but I really like Geddon in this deck to go with the Tango Wire as well. Tango Wire makes them play out all their lands, and then you just get them. Chef's kiss. No, you can't, like, choose who you draft with, Jake. You just kind of join the queue, and whoever plays. Yeah, Signet was fine, too. I don't feel like you always need a Signet in this deck, but like one is usually okay. It kind of, I guess it depends on how much like Winter or Armageddon stuff you're trying to do. Yeah, Recruiter's pretty good. Like I'll probably grab it if it wheels. Like it's good to go grab like Stoneforge Mystic or Mentor. There's a couple other creatures that are pretty good. Thalia, right? Thalia's a 2/1. So, oh, that's the card size down here. Gotcha. I was trying to make these big so that like Jacob could read them if he wanted to, if he needed to. Can you see everything okay? You know what this card does. You probably don't know what this one does. You don't like this card, Lyle? I think this card's great. It's like, it's the kind of card that you need to beat blue-white control. You know? Yes, please. I was really hoping that wheeled. Yeah, Flicker Wisp is another really good card in this deck. Because sometimes it's just a kill spell, you know, like tokens and whatnot. I don't know if you know, Jacob, this is a land on the backside, so you can play this as a land or a really powerful 7-mana spell. So it's usually a land, but every once in a while, like 1 game in 10 or whatever, you cast the... Oh, my camera's blocking it. There you go. Signet, Souls. So blue is a color you could splash with, right? Like you can splash like Ancestral Recall and Time Walk. The Signet could be a thing, like it helps the Ravagers play. It helps flashback Lingering Souls, which is in the same pack. I think, man, Souls is also really good with Tanglewire. I kind of want to take the Coast just in case I get a bomb blue card, though. You know, I'm not missing too much by taking that. And this is like a reasonable sideboard card, I guess. I'm not going to main this. True, true. I mean, my other first pick there for the deck I wanted to draft would have been like Usher, though, you know? So I wheeled the other card I was going to take anyway. I don't know, man. I've played like 5 or 6 Vintage Cubes last go around. I think I played White Weenie like 3 of them, and I don't know, Gideon was good every time I played it. I thought, anyway. It's just pretty hard for most decks to interact with, you know? Survives Wrath. You know, it's good when they're racing because you can lifelink your guys and stuff like that. I love Mana Tithe too. This card is so bossy. Love me a Force Spike. Mutavault seems fine here. Might not play it, but might. Yeah, it does. It feels so good. When you get their like 4 or 5 mana thing with 1 frickin' white mana, it's just, oh god, it's the best. It's the best kind of dirty. It's like people subconsciously don't expect it from white mana too, you know? So like you almost always get them, it feels like, unless it's game 2, you know, and you already got them once. But like, people are like, oh, they've got blue up. There might be something there, but it's like, oh, you've got white up. What is it? Sword Splashers? Don't care. Oh god. Oh no, my 5 mana spell. Oh god, it hurts. Plus, it works really well with cards like Tanglewire and Geddon. You know, might get the Winter Orb too. I don't think we've seen Winter Orb yet, but. Port's okay, Serpent's okay, Student's okay, Disenchant's okay. Disenchant should wheel, might not. We didn't get the Lingering Souls, otherwise this would be an option. Winter Orb, what's that do? I don't know. You should ask someone that has a tattoo of it. I feel like the student's the most likely to wheel. So maybe I should not take the student here and take like port. How about this really sweet winning orb? Where is it? Good job. Beta. Do we want Gideon or Fetchland? Neither are particularly amazing. Yeah, that's the one I just showed you. Yeah, Travis gave me that for my birthday one year. And then Jacob, same year, gave me an Abyss. I actually think the Abyss is in a deck. Yeah, the Abyss is in my like Pox deck or something. Legacy Pox. Yeah, we're taking the Gideon. I think it's just Relic Order here, pretty easy. I mean, I've boarded Wrath before in this deck, you know, for like the mirror match and whatnot, but we don't really have a reason to need this Arid Mesa yet. We might be sad that we don't have it later, but I like this as a main deck disenchant and leave the disenchant on the board, you know, like if we wheel the disenchant. Rude. I think I like Hallowblade. I mean, this is a reasonable splash, no lie. This card is insane in this format. But this creature is also very, very good. So, I mean, we could try to wheel the Hallowblade, but again, we don't know that we're going to be able to splash this. Like, I wouldn't splash it off just the one blue, I don't think. If we could get, like, Mox Sapphire or a Tundra, then maybe, but I think now I'm just going to take the card I know I want to play. Yeah, the low curve is very important for this deck. I feel like you're only supposed to have like 1 or 2 cards over 3. You know, like this is a 3-drop, right? These are currently my only 2 4s. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm ideally not splashing. It's good to be open for the opportunity to splash like Ancestral Recall or Time Walk or what else? That's about it in blue, I guess. Black has like Lingering Souls, that's pretty good. Which you already passed in pack 1, so that's not even in consideration anymore. But yeah, ideally nothing. Splashing nothing. Sometimes you splash Time Walk if you get the 2-drop guy that lets you copy Time Walk. How do I feel about Chrome Mox in this? In this deck, I like it. In this format, I don't know. I don't pick it super high, but I like it in this deck. Yes, a lot, actually. Only slightly less than Mox Pearl, I suppose. It's got to be Thalia here, right? Because, I mean, this would be a consideration, I suppose, if we could wheel the Tef, but we're not going to wheel the Tef, so. Oh, yeah, Tide Hollow. Yeah, we do have a Tide Hollow. That's a good point. But I don't know if I splash Tide, like, just Tide Hollow. Maybe Tide Hollow in addition to, like, Lingering Souls or something would be pretty good. So this can be a pretty good card for sideboard against, like, Reanimator and Show and Tell type nonsense. So I think we're supposed to take that. This card's reasonable, but not where you want to be. It's, like, probably a better control card. Yeah. No Sphinx's Rev. Did I pass Sphinx's Rev? Yeah. I mean, I might as well just go ahead and put the Seachrome Coast on the board, but you never know. We might open a recall in pack 3. And still not have enough blue to splash it. True. I feel like it's been in the cube before, but I don't know if it is now. I mean, every time a set comes out, they'd switch it up, you know? Like, there's a few Call Time cards in it now. Like Serulf, I noticed, watching Caleb play earlier. Splicer's pretty good. I think Chromox is better than Splicer, right? Yeah. Speak of the devil, Lyle. In what way have you been misplaying to it? Like, not realizing that a kill spell would bring it out of range in combat or something? Or like, there's been a couple times I've been playing Kaldheim Limited where they, like, mid-combat give it +1/+1 by killing one of my things, and it can be kind of a blowout. I don't know if it's necessarily misplay, though, you know? I think I like this guy. This guy's pretty boss. So this is a new Kaldheim card that could maybe alter this archetype a little bit. Because, like, Boros is a thing in this format. I just prefer the mono versions, like the mono red or mono white. Accidentally clicking yes, please eat my stuff. Oh, when it's your own wolf. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, eating your own stuff's bad. There's been situations where, like, I forgot that a token had a casting cost or whatever. Like, when you lit Yaramir Lake on your Lindworm, it still has a 6 casting cost, that kind of stuff. I think I made that mistake once. I want to look into legal, like, copyright-free ways to stream music on the channel. I know there are some websites that, so I don't know if we need the Disenchant because we have the Relic Order. Like, I think I want the student here. Serpent's also good as, like, an all-time curve filler. No matter where you get it on your curve, you can play it as a good creature. But Student's pretty powerful on turn 1. But yeah, there's, I don't know, someone was telling me about a website where it's, like, all free music for streamers. But, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like with, like, a little background music it would be nice, you know? There's certain labels too, okay. Yeah, because I know, I actually asked Caleb on his stream the other day, and he said Cell Dweller, which, isn't that the name of Cedric's, the handle? Isn't that like Cedric's handle? So maybe he just meant that Cedric set up some, like a page or something? I don't know, I was a little confused. But, is there a world in which we play Duress? Probably not. Yeah, for real, that was a late Glen. That card is easily first pickable, right? Maybe not easily, but I know Numi's super high on it. Numi, like, always plays blue-green, right? Sideboard Wrath, I guess, just in case. So we need some more creatures. I'd kind of like to get a sword, too. Guess this pick doesn't really matter. You had first pick Glenelendra? Yeah. I think I have 2, maybe once. Okay. So I should look into that, I guess, Cody, huh? Like, even if it's not music I love, like, just having something, like, you know, low for ambient reasons, like, might help. Just kind of seems like dead air is kind of annoying, you know? A little bit of dead air. But, I don't know. Okay. I'm not super into electronic stuff, but I guess this kind of music I'm into probably wouldn't be the appropriate kind of music anyway. Like metal and punk and that kind of stuff. I wonder if there's a world in which we play this card. Probably not. Because I don't see us needing that much mana, so. There's a black card you could splash, I guess. But yeah, maybe like ambient electronic stuff would be okay. Yeah, I have to think about it. Look up what the options are. So Mom is just slam pick here. Mom's so good. I love that the new, yeah, right? Lotus, let's go. Too late. I love that the new Mom, I can't remember what it's called, Mother of... Giver of Runes, I think it's called. They call it Stepmom. I think that's like the funniest nickname for a card in a long time. Stepmom. So we want swords or selfless spirit? The selfless spirit might wheel, so I'm going to take the swords. Giver of runes, that's right, yeah. Stepmom. That's like such a hilarious name. I love magic slang. Like the card Lindworm that's really good in Call Time Limited, everyone calls Linda. I think that's really funny. Just Linda, 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 Linda. Bazaar, not good. Tithe Taker's fine. Did we pick up a card we wanted to splash? I can't remember now. Wear Tear, I guess. Sculler again, maybe. Just take Tithe Taker here. This would give us a second blue source if we ever did need to splash anything, but... Gary? Yeah. There's a new Gary, and people are calling it Tribal Gary. Even though it only does half of the Gary effect, you get to choose which half you want, and it's based on tribe instead. This is actually another good black splash card, right? Bitter Blossom in this deck is pretty good. But we don't have any fixing except for this one blue one, so I'm just take Tithe Taker. Bazaar is good in Reanimator. Maybe some storm situations where you're trying to like set up your yard for something with Yawgmoth's Will or something. Yeah, for sure, the Taker's gonna wheel. So Kithian, I think, is better than Faith Fetters. I probably wouldn't even want to play the 4s a little much. I might play it boarded in, though. But this is main deckable for sure. Madness decks. I didn't know if there's enough support for Madness. I usually just see Bazaar and Reanimator stuff. I think that's in this format. What didn't you think was in the format? Reanimator? Or Yawgmoth's Will. Yawgmoth's Will is definitely in, unless I just took it out this time around. Madness. Yeah, I mean, there might be like a Faithless Luminous of Madness. What has Madness that could be in? I can't think of anything even. Like even just one card. Here's a sword, or we have Stepmom. I kind of like having one sword, but man, having both moms is really good. There's our more blue fix for no blue card. I'm going to take the Stepmom. It might be wrong. Oh, I see. I got you. I understand what you mean. This is a newbie. I think I like this newbie. I don't know if I played with this one before. Maybe in... Yeah, actually, I think I did play with it once in December. That was the last time Vintage Cube was out, right? Gotcha. Alright, man. Good night, Jake. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Yeah, Bazaar's really good Vintage. I thought you meant Vintage Cube. I was a little confused. Stoneforge Mystic? Absolutely nothing. I completely forgot I had that card. I definitely should have taken the sword over the Stepmom, huh? It's fine. I mean, we don't have to play Stoneforge Mystic. We might be able to get an equipment here. We still have a few picks left. We have 9 cards left, I think. But yes, you're right. I should have been paying more attention to the equipment count. It was just so hard to pass on the second mom, you know? We have mom and stepmom. It's like... That's the goal. 2 Christmases. Alright. I guess Resto is better than Ballista. We could have taken Plateau for the, what's it called on the board? The Wear Tear. We already have the Relic Order. We did not get the Disenchant back, though. Oh, you like the Ballista? In this deck, though? I don't know, it's hard to produce a whole bunch of mana. Probably cast it for 4. I just don't see myself casting it for more than 4 because of like the Geddon and whatnot. Which one's casualties again? Can't remember casual. Oh, is that the green, green, black, black too? Winter Orb, Council's Judgment is kind of like the best kill spell in the deck. Or best option kill spell, right? But I think I like the Orb. Because we have Chrome Mox, we have Port, we have Tangle Wire, we have Thalia and Tithe Taker. Like, that thing's good. Yeah, you're right. Skyclave does cover disenchant bases. We also have this too, right? Yeah, you know I had to take the Orb, Cody. Come on. I really do wish we had that equipment, though. Maybe that sword will wheel. I mean, it's possible, right? Totally possible. I don't know if we're going to play this, because I don't want to land drop up to 7 even if I have this, you know? Just because of like Geddon and Winter Orb and stuff. Yeah, Revoker's good in this deck. Especially game 2 and 3. When you're just trying to stop their busted whatever. You can't tap your Winter Orb with your Tangle Wire because then they get to untap. Right? I don't think we can play any of these. I guess there's a world in which is possible this comes in against like red deck wins or something. This is the kind of the only whiff in terms of deck building so far, I think. This seems good. Yeah, I don't think... No, Winter Orb... Yeah, when Winter Orb's tapped, it doesn't work. They don't have a blanket rule for that anymore. The way the rule works is the card has to have it printed on it saying that it doesn't work when it's tapped. So this one here, as long as Winter Orb is untapped. So if you Tangle Wire during your upkeep and tap your own orb, the orb already affected you that turn, and then it's tapped for their upkeep or for their untap step, so they get to untap everything. So that's no bueno. You want to tap it on their turn, on their end step, which Tangle Wire does not do. Perfect spot to splash Progenitus. I know. Double Wooberg, so easy. You just need a World Tree. Easy peasy. I don't think World Tree's in this. That'd be a cool addition though, right? For the really greedy, slow ramp decks that want to do it all. I guess, I don't know if those decks exist in this format. They exist in like the Live the Dream cube and whatnot. Yeah, I like that card too. I think it's sweet. I like playing it in limited. Just like knowing that when you get to that much land, you can cast everything all the time. It's great. It's a great feeling. I don't know if I've ever activated... Yeah, I think I've activated the ability once, but I just got like a crappy changeling or something off of it, you know? It's hard to remember. I've played almost 100 Kaldheim drafts now. I don't think these matter, right? I guess the Needle Spires is technically playable off of the... No, we can't get the second red unless we play a mountain. So no. You have a Japanese orb? That's sick. I got the beta one, and then I think all my others are just like revised. Don't have any other pimped out ones. Go to bed, Lau? We're switching over to your vintage cube or whatever. Thanks, man. Have a good night. Japanese 4th. Dude, I love FBB 4th edition. Like, I got a set of Wraths that are sick. French Wraths. That is a lot of one-drop dudes. I like it. Again, no equipment for this homie's kind of sad. We probably want the swords, right? We probably want both Gideons. Although Gideon and Thalia is kind of a potential problem. I think we probably want to main deck this. There's lots of Moxen and whatnot. This is fine. We definitely want the Geddon. Do we have enough non-creature spells for the Mentor? Maybe. We'll see about that one. I think we definitely want the Tangle Wire. Skyclave is definitely good enough. Legionnaire is definitely good enough. Wind is definitely on the team. This is nothing. These are other lands we're going to be playing probably. I don't know if the Mutavault's going to make the cut. I think it will. Does Mutavault work with Kythian? Oh, I mean, it counts as an attacking creature, if that's what you mean. There's no tribal thing on Kythian, if that's what you're asking. I thought you might be asking if, like, there's a tribal thing, because Mutavault counts as all creature types. You like the Resto's top end? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Resto makes the cut. I'm trying to figure out, like, what creatures from this group are getting in. I agree that Resto's good enough. Blinking like Skyclave is good. Trying to save one of these guys is pretty good. I don't know if the Mentor is good enough. Like, I want it to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. And it just doesn't seem like I'll be casting the stuff after. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm going to get Mentor and then be able to cast like one thing after it to trigger it. Maybe 2. So I don't know if that's good enough. I think I like this in the main. Like, there's enough card draw in this format that this is good enough to main, right? And I don't have any card draw, so if I can't draw cards, you can't draw cards. Now, I don't know if the anti-wrath stuff is good enough for main. I don't know if the anti-trick stuff in is good enough for main. I don't know if the tax my stuff on my turn is good enough for main. So, you think Mentor is good enough? LED deck. So I mean, like, all these are fine. I just don't know which the best ones of this group is, you know. So we need like 3 or 4 more playables. Yeah, I don't think it's good enough for this deck either. Like, I think the 2-drops are better. These 3 2-drops are probably just better. Yeah. I mean, you can also play it in like blue-white control as like a 1-card win condition. Like, once you can protect it with counterspells, it's pretty good as a way to win the game. You know? I think I'm going to play both of these lands, though, and then maybe 14 planes, because I have a Chrome Mox, too. So it's like kind of like 15 white sources and 2 colorless. That should be enough, because, I mean, my curve is like really, really low. So let's figure out what the last couple cards are, and we're good to go. Mana cost. Okay. I think 16 land is right with the Chrome Mox is the 17th, because these are kind of like spells, and it's kind of like I'm playing 14 or 15 land, you know? So, yeah, Spirit. I wasn't sure if there were if there were many people playing sweepers in the main, is kind of what I was wondering. Is it like a metagame question? Again, another metagame question is like, is this good enough in the main? It feels like it might be. Like, there's a lot of really powerful trick and creatures into play going on in this format, right? And I think maybe having this as just like a catch out for stuff is probably good. So, I like Spirit because it flies too. Okay. So my, like, is Containment Priest good enough to main? It seems like it is. So then I guess the last card is just... I don't know if I want to play this instead of a Plains. I don't think I need to. Oh, there's Tithe Taker too. I kind of forgot about Tithe Taker. Maybe Tithe Taker is just the last card, just another good 2-drop creature. And then, like, we have, I don't know, like these cards to board from. Seems fine to me, right? I think 16 land's good. We won't play, yeah, agreed. I mean, taking 3 is probably, I mean, assuming we're going to be the aggressor 90% of the games. So taking 3 shouldn't be a big deal, but also, again, we're probably not going to cast this ever. You know, maybe 5% of games or something. I think we're good. I want to grab a screenshot for myself here. I know you can, like, look at your deck list on this program, right? You can, like, go over to the main screen and look at your viewer that way. But I'm still just going to do the snipping thing. Snipping thing. Alright, we got our snip. Let's play. You can right click and view sideboard. Yeah, true. That might be just as useful. Doop-to-doop-to-doo, doop-to-doop-to-doo. So we got up to 15 creatures. We were a little low there for a second. That's good. Yeah, I like doing it after boarding too. Like, it helps you know, it's like, did I remember to board that in? Not so much in game 1 when you're like, what can I board against them? It's more like in game 2 when you're like, what did I board? Yeah, I'm similar. Sometimes, like, really, really late in game 2 or whatever, your mind is kind of like reverted back to your core deck list and you can't really recall the actions you took between game 1 and 2. You're just so focused on what your deck is, you know? Man, queues don't take this long in Arena. Such a hater. Dude, I want to get that. I mean, I don't want to get it, but I really like that Karn 127 shirt that Jim Davis made. Have you seen it? It's like Karn going like this, holding 127. He's like, it's easy as 127. It's pretty sweet. Because Karn doesn't know how to count 3, 4, 5, 6. He just goes straight from 2 to 7. That's all he knows. One lander. I think this is a keep though. Where's the best camera spot for Moto? Here is okay, I guess, maybe? Then you can't see the stack, though. Let me know if that's a shitty spot, whatever I'm going to play. Yeah, we have 2 moms, dude. Mom and stepmom. Hope they don't fight. That'd be kind of awkward. So this one can protect itself. So I'm just trying to think if they have slam kill spell here, which one's better for them to kill. Whatever. Yeah, you can't see OP's yard either. So tell me where I should put it. Should I just put it over like the top part of chat? I guess doesn't really matter, right? Like up here should be fine. Is that okay? There we go. Is that better? Okay. So it's their turn. F6. So now I kind of want to leave tithe up. But I think I'm also supposed to just get this into play. So Chrome Mox or land would be pretty good here. But we'll see if we get lucky. I don't think I was supposed to mulligan that hand, you know? I like it. Okay, I am going to leave up tithe now. Okay. Are they playing around mana tithe? Okay, no they're not. I think we can tithe that. It sucks that Winter Orb doesn't work as well now for the Chalice, but what can you do? Okay, so I think Tangle Wire instead of Orb now. Because that gets their whole board. And the next question is, do I leave up Mom or do I just swing for 2? I think I like just swinging for 2 here. Because, I mean, they could have, like, Fatal Push or whatever, but honestly, I don't think I care if they Fatal Push one of my moms. I got double Mom, you know? Do you really need 2 moms? I don't know. So I can F6 now since I can't do anything. Don't ever talk to me or my 2 moms ever again. Alright, so we want the tappity tappy to go first. No, we want the fading to go first. So this goes on the stack, and then fading goes on the stack. Always yield. Always yield. We tap 3 things. 1, 2, 3. And then we can land Winter Orb, which makes them play more land. And then we get in. I think. We'll see how it works out, but that's the plan anyway. Okay, tap your stuff. Wow, that's not bad. So we want to play that? Or do we wait for after Geddon? I think we're supposed to wait for after Geddon now that I think about it. Although if we play this, we could get in next turn. I also kind of like playing Tithe Taker too. But then we're really far from Geddon. I think I'll play Tithe Taker and maybe we'll run out the port next turn and not even worry about casting the Geddon for a while. We'll see. We forced white aggro, which is one of my go-to strats in this cube, like my main go-to strat. I mean, I also like doing broken green and blue things, but you know, can't always get there. Those are the cards that are fought over, whereas white's basically always open, and it's good to build like it's easy to build like a 7 or 8 out of 10 like pretty easily. Yeah, exactly. You just prey on all the greed. Wow, and Thalia too. So they only have to tap one thing next turn. I'm never going to get this Ravages online, but maybe it just doesn't matter. I feel like I can probably attack with everybody here. Yeah, they're just conceding. It makes sense. They're just completely locked down, right? So yeah, like, Mike, this is the way I like to build the white weenie deck, with Winter Orb and Tangle Wire and Gen. Because all you gotta really do is like get a guy or two in play and then just like lock out their mana and win. I also have some pretty good disruptive elements in like can't draw cards, can't cast your spells, can't cast your spells, can't kill my guys. You know, double mom. We got mom and stepmom. Yeah, land tax I like to not main and then board in when I'm on the draw, because it kind of sucks on the play, but it's really good on the draw. So I usually just board it in when I know I'm on the draw. I don't see any of this stuff necessarily being relevant, like Faith's Fetters might be. We didn't really get to see much of their stuff. You know, we just saw like some card draw stuff and then them dying to my Tangle Wire Winter Orb. Tangle Wire Winter Orb. Yeah, if only I had a 2-drop that could go to a sword, that would be sick. What did we... oh, we took Stepmom over the only real other sword choice, though, I believe. I don't remember what we took Mom over, but... like, I don't hate having both moms. Yeah, so I don't know. The greedy decks can be really fun in Cube, but man, they can also be, like, the kind of decks that just lose to their own mana base, and you don't have a good time. I think I'm going to keep this. The extra planes can just be ditched to Hollow Blade. We got the Mana Tide. I think I'm okay here. Maybe a little flooded, but should be okay. Don't need an upkeep stop now on them. My favorite card? Sure. We did, well, we didn't like get them, and we got a counterspell out of it. It wasn't, we got a, whatever the 2-drop Zend, the 2-drop Ixalan card that draws Chart a Course. We countered Chart a Course with it. It wasn't like a blowout or anything. It was good, but we only got a 2-drop with it. I wonder if they have Chart a Course here and they're afraid to play it. That'd be funny. They were all ready to like go get some treasure, and we're like, nope, how are you gonna get there without a map? You're not. That's right. So I kinda wanna run my guy out, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna instead tap their land during their upkeep, I think. And then maybe run the guy out with like Mana Tithe backup next turn. Or the Winter Orb, you know, Winter Orb might be better there too. I could also not tap something and have Tithe up, but I think I like tapping one during their upkeep. Cycle Miscalc again, that's exactly what they did last turn too. So I'm glad I didn't run my guy out, right? Now we can have 6. Good. They're already like 3 minutes up on time. That's pretty par for the course for me playing this this client. I mean, I feel like Pirates can probably just like freeform go where they want, you know? But I guess if you're like specifically looking for a very certain piece of buried treasure, you do need the map. Maybe like Winter Orb, leave up Tithe? Seems okay. Yeah, that's another good reason. No lie. I don't think I've ever timed out playing White Weenie. I've definitely timed out with other decks. So next turn we can untap Plains, Hollow Blade, and leave up Tithe again. I mean, Tithe might not be relevant now with him having 3 lands, but... Or we could just wait and port them, you know? That might be good too. They have 6 cards. Yeah, I think I'm just going to port them. No, it's not efficient. So we could tie this and then have 4. I'm just wondering like how likely is they're playing a 5-drop. I guess it doesn't really matter, and tie doesn't really do much here no matter what we do. Yeah, I know I lose 2, but I don't need my lands. Like, I have all these. Like, I can hit a land drop every single turn. But you are right in the long run. I can't do that line forever, but I thought like 1 turn of that line was fine. Really? Did you tap out for that? You psychopath. They might have Force Will here though, but I mean whatever. What am I supposed to do? Not counter it? Had we not gone for the Rashade and Port line, the Mad Tithe wouldn't have worked there, which is kind of funny. Not saying that like justified my line, but I got lucky the way that worked out, right? So now that we're not trying to hold up Mana Tithe, we're just gonna slam this Hollow Blade, and now they're tapped out, and we can protect it with, you know, all these planes in our hands. Yeah, that was an insane 2-for-1 for sure. We got a Black Lotus and a Scarab God for 1 white mana and a card. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't concede. I'm honestly surprised they went for it, because we played Mana Tithe in game 1, you know what I mean? Didn't it kind of seem obvious we were leaving up a single white every single turn? Like, I don't know, they should have played around that, I think, but whatever. So if they could condemn this, so I'm just going to do this now. Looks like they're F6'd. Yeah, they're F6'd. That's bad, but... So when I attack Mutavault, I can attack for 5. If I untap Rashade and Port, I can tap whatever they untap. If I untap Plains, I could maybe cast Absence soon. I guess the Port is the safest, because then I can cast this next turn, maybe? I don't know. And give myself the option of tapping something if I want, after I saw what I draw. I don't know. Because I don't think I need to cast this just yet. It might be good on the Chalice later. Or even on my own orb is a thing, right? Untap all my lands. Well, they played me, that's what it is. I mean, like, I will use every opportunity to play Winter Orb in a game of Magic if I am given the option. Oops, I did it wrong. Gotta cast off your life first. I wish you can, wait, you can use this for 0 and it just puts it on top, right? Yeah, okay. For some reason I was thinking you had to cast this where X is 1 or more, but that is not the case. So I can just like bounce their chalice to top of library, or bounce my orb to top of library, or bounce that to top of library. Okay. So I think, do I attack into that first, I guess? Let's see what they do. Because neither of these die in combat to it. So I guess attack into it, let them take it, and then bounce it. That's what I was thinking too, like, they had a reason to play this. They have 4 other cards, so I think I just bounce it now. Don't let them untap anything, because then they could play an instant during their upkeep. Yeah. Yeah, because they could, I mean, if that makes a couple chump blockers, they would have a chance to stabilize there for sure. So we won both games with like landlock, Winter Orb stuff, right? As you do in this deck. But yeah, I was pretty pleased with how this one turned out. Kind of wish we'd gotten the sword for the Stoneforge, but other than that, I don't really have any complaints, you know? I think I'm playing the right amount of land. Play another one? Yeah, they could have had a 0. Sure. Yeah, we were like super flooded that game, but it just didn't matter. Like, we always had a use for that extra land, you know? We always had a land drop for our Winter Orb, and then we always had extra lands in hand in case they tried to use a kill spell in the Hollow Blade. That game worked out really well off of basically just like 2 or 3 spells, you know? Some decks are just like so fragile to the Winter Orb if they don't have enough like mana rocks or whatever, you know? They just can't. They need to tap out every turn, and they need to go 4-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop, 5-drop to like have their powerful plays line up. And if they can't, tap out every turn, they just can't beat you when you're constantly playing your stuff, because your stuff only costs 1 and 2. You know. Yeah, I thought the port was pretty solid there too. I think this is fine, right? We can turn 1 Giver and Usher off of maybe Apparition, and then turn 2 Gideon, maybe something like that. We could pitch the Gideon and keep this as like a kill spell for whatever relevant thing they can put on the board, but I actually like Gideon as just like a powerful threat here, I think, especially since we can... What am I waiting to do here? Responding to that? Okay. But yeah, pretty good turn 1, right? Not too shabby. No, he was confused about because it was costing me 2 lands a turn, right? Whereas it's only costing them 1 land a turn. Like, his point is really valid. It just, I think in the situation I was in, I could afford to spend 2 lands for 1. You know what I mean? That's my... I already have 6 3s. So that Soul Ring is a beating. I kind of wish I had this Skyclave back, right? But whatever. This should be okay. I wonder if we were supposed to save Giver there. I didn't think protecting Usher was important enough, and I can't protect Gideon with it, so I thought the extra damage was pretty relevant there. Yeah, Mike likes port for sure. Cosima, this is a new one. It's a new one. Pretty cool. I mean, probably just slam swords it, right? Voyage to the farm. Let's hope so anyway. See if they have a counterspell. Nope, they do not. Can't attack with Vault because it's sick, but we can make a Deuter off this. I think I'm probably going to save Giver now because I don't think 1 damage is as important here. Maybe. I mean, they're on blue only. It's just that Giver doesn't protect the Gideon, you know, because it's not a creature on their turn. So protecting the Usher doesn't seem quite as good as 1 damage, right? I don't know, it's close. We can like exile their Soul Ring if we really want to next turn. You know? Or we could exile that. Man, draw Winter Orb, exile Soul Ring, kill Jace. That's what I'm hoping happens. Okay. So I don't think I want to lose my Gideon for the Soul Ring. I think we'll try and save. Let's see here. I think I will save the Giver back now, right? 4, 5, 6. I don't think I really need it for the clock reasons. So I might as well save a guy if I can from something. Yeah, that's a good point. Could have given Giver Vigilance for tap. That's pretty sweet synergy. Good point. Like, the life wasn't really relevant there, so that's a good point, man. Didn't think of that. I was just zoned in on lifelink being the only relevant thing to do there. Do we want Faith's Fetters for Jace? Not really. Do we want another thing for Soul Ring? We don't have another thing because we can't cast the red half. So we just have like the Relic Warder and the Absent. Okay, I think that's good. So we're currently 3-0 games, aren't we? I think this is fine, right? Turn 1 guy, turn 2 Apparition if we want, on their Soul Ring or whatever. Yeah, of course you have it. I think I like Tithe Taker this turn because if they... It's either Swords or Student. I think it's Student. Yeah, I'm not too shabby, dude. I'm alright. I've been playing for a long time is what it is. It's the experience, you know? So, yeah, I really want to eat their Soul Ring. I'm kind of glad I don't have my Winter Orb, because it wouldn't really be doing anything. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and eat the Soul Ring first, just to see if they need the mana for anything, because remember, all their stuff costs 1 more. So, like, if they need to use that mana to do something, okay. It's kind of annoying. Still think I was right. Like, there's no reason to attack first, I don't think. Because, like, now they can't, you know, use a bolt or whatever anyway. But yeah, that makes it kind of... I should have expected something like that, huh? That's not too bad if it resolves. I guess I'll attack first this time. I just can't think of something they'd play on this first that would matter. I think I'd rather this get countered than the Hallowblade, honestly. They don't look like the kind of deck that can answer Hallowblade, so I kind of really want this to resolve. Gonna be conservative, not expect to draw land there. So, because I really want to cast this Hallowblade, it would have been greedy, I think, to tap a land there. I am a greedy pig, but greedy little pig for sure. But that was excessively greedy, especially when we only have like 16 lands, right? We're not expecting to draw land there. So hopefully this is enough pressure. Like, they're under quite a bit of pressure with the Tango Wire too, you know? Like 5 a turn with Tango Wire kicking your butt. Not easy to deal with, especially since we can like Swords their first blocker. Do I want my 4th potential mana here? I think I don't. I think I'd rather attack for 2 more damage and try to bank on drawing Gideon. I mean, they are tapped out of blue. Maybe going for Gideon is smart here. It's just the thing is like if I don't draw the land, I can't do anything with the mana anyway, unless I draw, you know, a 2-drop creature or 1-drop creature, I guess. I do have a lot of creatures I could draw. Like if I'm not drawing land, I'm drawing something I can cast. So I guess that does make sense then. So we'll try and cast Gideon. Okay. I guess I'll play this first in case for some weird reason I need to play Resto during combat. Because I'm just going to Gideon make a 2/2. I don't think I need to leave Resto up for anything, because this guy protects himself. We're getting pretty close to lethal. So I took the line you didn't think I should take, Mike, but I got lucky with my line. But I was looking at my deck list, though, and like the only thing I could have drawn that I couldn't have either played or was a Plains is Ravages of War. Just like every other card was either a Plains or castable. So it seemed like the right decision. That's a beating. So we're still going to get a 1/1. We're still going to have our Gideon. So we should still be able to beat this, but it's pretty obnoxious. I mean, I like your input regardless, Mike. Even if you're wrong sometimes, it's okay. I'm wrong sometimes. You also don't have like the deck list sitting in front of you, you know? Yeah, I mean, we'll probably just start bashing with Gideon now, right? Depends on what we draw, I suppose, but... Okay, so getting their Soul Ring seems awesome. Oh man, I could have swords my Relic Order to exile the Soul Ring forever. Not that it was the correct line, just something I forgot you could do. Good to know for future reference. I think you have to like do some sort of control action to respond to your own stuff in this client, right? You have to like control when you play your spell or something, if you want to respond to it. I guess that's an ETB trigger, so that's slightly different, but either way, I think you need to do something, right? 2040? Yeah. Forcing White Weenie is bad, right? Freaking run it back. We lost the die roll. I think we won the first two. I don't like not having any 1-drops. Like, look at all these ones, you know? With no Chrome Mox, no 1-drop creature, no Mana Tithe. It's a little suspect. I think I'm supposed to throw this back, but I kind of want to keep it. Stream Decker? No, you know what? I want Cardboard Live to work, and I couldn't get it to work earlier. I really want it to work because, like, my brother, when he watches the show, he has no idea what the new cards do. So, like, that way he would actually be able to read the cards and, like, pay attention, you know? Plus, it's useful for everyone, obviously. He's been watching my show, and it was a strong complaint of his. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, does Cardboard Live work for Moto? Or does that only work on Arena? Does Red Rocks me? It's probably not Red Rocks me because they didn't have a 1-drop. It's probably something more like Splinter Twin combo or something. I mean, it could be Red Rocks me. Well, it doesn't look like the Reanimator. I kind of want to run out the Tithe Taker. Put a stop on there. There we go. Right click. We did it. That's a bummer. I mean, I'm playing mostly Arena anyway, but just, you know, I was curious. So, what card don't we want for this Chrome Mox? Because we definitely want the Chrome Mox. It's so good with Winter Orb. I guess we don't need the Priest. The only thing it could be really good for against them would be like Show and Tell, because it doesn't do anything against like Splinter Twin stuff. I mean, it could be Skyclave Apparition. But yeah, I think I'm going to throw the Priest. If they show and tell us now, it's a savage beating for sure. We're gonna wait. We're gonna port the island during their upkeep and try to get Thalia into play on our turn. And we're not going to F6 because we're going to bluff Tithe. Maybe we're not supposed to bluff Tithe because they haven't seen it yet. Maybe that's better, actually. Let me do that. Yeah, I mean, well, you don't play the same people you draft, though. Like, yes, theoretically, I took one out of the pool of people that are playing at this time. However, I don't know that I'm playing one of the 7 people I drafted with. So we should probably Skyclave this. It's a way for them to get back in the game, right? We can Skyclave and play Kythian, maybe? Man, Winter Orb has been clutch like every game, right? No. Well, there are 2 different types of drafting on Moto. There's elimination draft, where you do draft with your pod, But then there's, I can't remember what the other ones are called, like Swiss or something, or let's see here. So this is a Phantom Draft League. Yeah, the leagues is what I was thinking of. So Elimination Draft is what you're talking about. The leagues work the way what I'm talking about. So if you want to draft with a pod and only play those people, you have to play in the elimination ones. The only thing I don't like about those is you like have to play them when they come up. You know what I mean? Like you need to wait for your round and like all that nonsense. Whereas the other ways you can just play whenever you're free, you know? Tapping whatever they untapped would be good there too, but they Banefired my Kythian when I wasn't looking. Those jerks. I mean, that's good for me though, right? They don't have the Banefire for the Thalia now. Currently 5-0. So if they are show and tell, it's kind of a bummer they saw that Containment Priest. We don't really have very much information about their deck. They played a Banefire and some lands. They played Mountain, Plains, and Island. Did they play? They played Plains, right? Yeah, they played Plains. So they have Jeskai Mana and a Banefire. That's all. Oh, and a Cosima. Yeah, like if you want like the real draft experience, I can feel that. I just don't like having the downtime and like having to play at a very specific time and like I don't know, like what if you want to go take a dump or go make a sandwich or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it's weird. I like the flexibility of being able to play whenever the hell you want. But I don't really see any sideboarding going on here. We don't really have enough information to board. You're playing a WotC employee? Nice. I've only ever played them like once or twice. You're talking about like the gold name on Arena? It's kind of cool, like playing someone that works there. I think my opponent was really bad, so it was probably just like someone that hadn't been playing Magic for very long. First mulligan of the draft, I think, right? This seems fine. Not awesome, but fine. So this is probably pretty good against them. I say we just throw the card we can't cast, I guess. Like, there was some merit to keeping the 4 and throwing one of the 2s or something, but... Dude, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst keep in the world to keep Port 5 Plains Tithe, but you pretty much have to draw like a god, you know? You have to draw like no lands for the rest of the game. I mean, I stopped for a second to think about it. It wasn't like insta-ship, but, you know, it didn't take very long. So, I hope I can get this Spirit online. I guess Spirit goes first. I don't know which one goes first between these hate cards. It's kind of hard to decide, actually, now that I think about it. Like, I feel like if I play this, they just, like, brainstorm in response, maybe. Or snap kill it. I don't want to waste my turn making this a 3-3. I'm going to start by attacking. Thought I had something there for a second. So, make it harder for them to play spells on my next turn. Make it harder for them to draw cards on their turn. I think this is slightly better. Because I think whichever one I play is going to get killed. Either via counterspell right now or kill spell on end step or something like that. So I think this one's slightly better to get killed. It's also going to make this one slightly better by having this one in play already, right? Because I'll get burned here if they like untap and play a recall or whatever they're going to do, but they could have played a recall in response if they had it already, you know, all those things. Okay, it's not bad. Maybe I do just pump up my student now. I'm a little afraid of a sweeper now, you know? I don't want to go too wide. I could just eat that too. So they have like access to like 5 mana next turn, so Tithe probably isn't even very good. So maybe protecting his sweeper? No, that doesn't seem very strong. Could level this once, but that's hella suspect, right? I think I'm just going to level this twice and just put pressure on. Because if I just level once, they know I have Tithe, right? And if I play a guy, I'm just like walking into sweeper. And I feel like pumping this twice is almost the same as just playing a guy anyway, right? It's adding 2 power to the board. So I think this line is okay. I'm not 100% is the absolute best line, but I think it's fine. Did they forget to tap Coalition Relic? They did. Weird. They did it? Where's their mana then? They must have misclicked. They must have like added a mana or something, because they definitely don't have the extra mana now. And they didn't do anything on their turn? Holy crap. Man, they must have really needed that 5th mana. Which makes me think this Mana Tithe is going to be insane. Oh man, if they're like Cryptic Command here or something to tap my team, that would be so sick. Oh, they can't Cryptic because Tithe, right. Yeah, I think that's what they did, Mike. They were just trying to cast a 4-drop and realized they can't. I think I'm not casting anything this turn because I want to leave up Mana Tithe. And yeah, Priest as well. Like, I'm not pumping this either. They were definitely trying to cast a 4-drop, right? That was awesome. Can we 3-0-6-0, please, one time? They missed it again? Dude, they screwed it up again. I feel bad now. But I mean, this is the finals. That means they're supposed to be 2-0, right? I need to figure out why I'm dropping so many frames. It says I've dropped 20,000 frames, which is 2.2% of the stream. That's a lot, right? I need to know what's causing that. I don't really have anything running, like extra on my other laptop or anything. Roommates are asleep and whatnot. I don't know why my internet is poopy. So I wonder what kind of combo stuff they're trying to do here. We don't really know much about their deck still. It's like, halfway through game 2, we have like no idea what they're trying to do to us. They certainly have 5 mana now, though. Could have had 6 if they didn't screw up. What's my computer? I don't know what the last words are supposed to be there. Oh, yeah. They are Storm, it looks like. Storm of some variety. Aren't most of the good Storm decks black in this format? I feel like whenever I'm red-blue combo, I'm usually trying to be like Splinter Twin or something. I mean, I guess sometimes you play Thousand Year Storm. Like, Thousand Year Storm is actually pretty powerful if you can get it in play. I'm kind of hoping this Mana Tithe is insane here. We'll see. I know, right? Can't wait to see what they're actually doing here. Sneaky. Well, if we tithe this, they can't sneak us this turn. But we can also just Containment Priest them, right? So we get to respond to the trigger, right? Yeah, Priest, for sure. I can't think of any way they have to stop this, right? So, do I need to play this now? Yeah, I need to play it now. Yeah. And then they concede, right? Unless they have Forcible. it would have been kind of a bummer if they had another red source. Like after they play sneak attack, they play mountain, then they activate. I play containment priest. They activate again. I was kind of thinking that might happen, but the Mana Tithe wouldn't have stopped that line either. So it's not like I really had an option here. So yeah, land for Skyclave would be pretty sick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we're so close to just killing them. So we might just be dead to this, though. If they can kill Containment Priest, right? So how do we... I guess we could protect Containment Priest with Selfless Spirit. That seems good, right? Yeah, Alpha Strike and play Containment Spirit. Dude, that Mana Tithe on the Lotus and the Scarab God was insanity, that one game. Which is like, never seen so much value off of one white mana. So it turned out main deck Containment Priest was pretty sweet. I mean, we might have boarded it against them there in the dark with what we saw game one, just like, you know, slow red-blue deck. But... And it was kind of unfortunate we had to show it to them game one, but, you know, they didn't play around it anyway. They probably couldn't play around it. You know what I mean? What were they supposed to do? Just die? You know? They had to go for it. Easy peasy. Should I open the chest? $3060. All you doubters for the white weenie force in Vintage Cube. I wish Lyle was here to see it. Lyle was like, "You're forcing white weenie? Why?"